So ABAP full form is Advanced Business Application Programming. It's a fourth generation programming language. Okay, so we have first generation language is the machine level languages. Like if you know the microprocessor, all those things, right? So that if you want to code for that, okay, so we used to use that machine level language, the first level languages, those we call. Then after that, many versions came in the languages, programming languages side. So in that, the ABAP is fourth generation language. Okay, so the ABAP mainly will be having these are the objects, reports, interface, conversions, extensions, forms. So do you need any clarifications here? I think you are aware, right? All the programs.
Yeah, yeah. Please go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So the reports will be having the, certain data, like finally we'll be giving the output. We'll be having a input based on input. So output we will be getting. That is what reports. And the interfaces, like from legacy system to SAP to legacy system, both inbound and outbound interfaces. Okay,
Okay.
these are all places we use ABAP. That the conversions, the programs, like whenever you wanted to upload any files to SAP, okay,
Yeah.
so that time we'll be using ABAP programs, or ABAP program only to write the conversion program. Okay, so extensions, I think you know this. These extensions are nothing but user exit body enhancement framework. Okay, so by using these techniques, will enhance the standard SAP application. Okay, there also ABAP will be ABAP coding, same coding will be required. Then forms. So any business application, documents you want to print it from SAP. So forms is the source for that. Okay. So we have three techniques as of now. Like one is the for oldest technique is SAP script, then smart forms, then Adobe forms. Okay. So that is what about this one. So let's go to programming. Yes. So these are the data types. Okay. So primarily in ABAP is available. So predefined data types is nothing but SAP provided for us. Okay. These are the data types. Like, so yesterday I have used I, right? So I
Yeah,
for
yeah.
integer. Yeah. This is for P for packed number. Packed number is nothing but suppose any decimal value is there. Okay. Any decimal value. Suresh, a lot of
I can
noise
hear
is
you.
coming.
I just am connecting PowerPoint.
Okay,
Let me move it.
okay, yeah, thank you. So we have P, another data type. So P is for packed number. Packed number is nothing but any decimal value is there, right? So like 1.2, 3.10, this kind of numbers, if you want to store it in any, in the program, so you'll use data type P variables. Okay, and then floating point F is also kind of it is for the decimal numbers only, but it is not in a decimal format. It will be scientific notation format. Okay, I will show that how it will be. Okay, so then N for numeric text. So it is text field only. Okay, not a number field. It is N for numeric text. For example, like telephone numbers, PIN numbers, okay, all those things are the numbers, right? But still, we'll be treating as a characters only because those fields will not be using anywhere calculations. PIN numbers, phone numbers, these are all things we will not be using anywhere calculations, right? So that kind of, you want that kind of value, wanted to store it. So you will define numeric text variables by using n data type. Okay, so then character. So character is anything like, any character fields, character data you wanted to maintain, so you'll use C. Okay. So then date, so date format you wanted to store it, so we'll be using D, data type. Okay, so that is for internal format will be YYY MMM DDD. So this is the format internally the date will be storing. Okay, and then T for time, so time format is also HH, hours, minutes, mm, and SS for seconds. Okay, so these are all the ideally will be using. Okay, so integer and numeric, text, character, date, time, p. So these 5 types commonly will be using in our programs. Okay, the rest of them, like X is for hexadecimal, string for character only. Again, it will be undefined length. Okay, so you don't know how much length it is. The your value, character value. That time you'll go for string. Same way, X string also you have. X string is for hexadecimal strings. Okay, here we have X for hexadecimal, right? Hexadecimal numbers. Okay, the same way hexadecimal strings also there. So this is what the predefined data types SAP given us. Okay, so this is we'll be using whenever you write programs to define variables. Any questions here, Suresh? Suresh, any questions? Suresh, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, Suresh, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can. Please go ahead.
One second, I'll just close it. Might I could open this one. Okay. So these are the data types. You don't have any issues, right? I mean, data
No, no,
types.
no. Please, I mean, have an idea.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, these are all naming standards. I think not required. Okay, I'll just open the system. Okay, let's. Okay, so go to ABAP editor. So SC38. Okay, write a one simple program. Sample 03. Sample program title, then executable program, then save local object. Okay, so now we will see various kinds of variables how we will define. Okay,
Okay.
so to define a variable we have a keyword called data. Okay, so global variable, like suppose if you want to define a character field, suppose name I wanted to define. Okay, so type I use C. Okay, so by default the length of the character data type will be one character. Okay, so that's the reason explicitly you should mention the length. Suppose name 20 characters is there, so 20 you should mention like this.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So use a chain operator wanted to define multiple variables. Okay, so this is for character. So variable name and its length, type C. Okay, so like that you want to you know define a date field. Assume that, so date of birth, DOB. Okay, type, this is by, I mean, only one length, date. It is 8 character, no need to define any explicit length for this date. Okay, so then backward decimal if you want it. Suppose any salary something, the salary type P. Okay, so when you define uh, you know packed decimal variables, explicitly you need to mention how many decimals are there, you need to mention. Okay, so that is what decimals. Okay, suppose 2. Okay, and then suppose any Suresh, please
Yeah, I can hear you.
yeah, please mute it, like whenever you wanted to talk, please, because a lot of background noise I'm hearing. Thank you. Because I am going to send this recording again, right? So after that, if you see, those noise only will be seeing.
No, no,
Okay.
no, no, no. Sure, sure. I'll know.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Bye. Okay. So then I'll be, defining floating point. Okay. Suppose floating point also kind of some scientific value, but some value I'll just give float type F. Okay. And then what else? Okay, time field, suppose G time, type T. Any other thing did we miss? Character, yeah, and numeric text. G telephone, no, type N. Okay, so this is the commonly used variables. Okay, so now I'll assign one by one value and then print them, then see how the values is going to be. Okay, so now first name I'll assign. I'll use equal operator. Okay, Suresh, and then date of birth. So you wanted to assign some date of birth, means suppose 1989 month and date. Okay, like this you should give. Okay, then G salary, right? This is packet decimal. Okay, so something called actually for numeric values no need to give any quotes, actually directly you can assign them. Okay, yes. Okay, I think period already is there, we will give, oh, it is treating commas. Okay, for here we need to give quotes. Okay, and then floating value, something just give some same value, some 2000 only, but while displaying you just see how that value will be. Okay, and time. So time field, you wanted to, so right now it is minutes, right? So hours first is 08, and then minutes 27, and then seconds some 00. Okay, so like this you'll define. Then time, then okay, telephone number. Okay, something. Yes. Okay, and one more. I think we defined already. Suppose something, some value, one type I. Okay, so that value directly you can equal to some value just assign. Okay, so here one more thing, even for numeric text also explicitly you need to mention the length. So how much it is? 10 digits, right? Telephone number, yeah, 10 we need to mention. For rest of them by default the length will be taken care. Okay, so now just display this all these fields by using a write statement. Just one by one copy just fast. Comma, comma, comma. Okay, finally period. Okay, so now you can see that. Okay, let's have a new line for everything. No, not recorded here. Okay, so just see the values how it will be syntactically correct, then activate it, execute it. Can't be interpreted as a number. Yes, this is a decimal number, right? What is this? Convert no number. Acetate. Okay, this one it is. Okay, let's put a breakpoint here. Okay, and then execute. We'll come to know why it is not. Oh yes, I think this is the the value whatever we are giving, so we give comma here instead of period. Okay, that is the reason. Okay, yes, so comma it is showing C. Yes, now it allowed. Okay, so like this you can see all the fields. So F8, yes. So if you see here, this is the character one and this is the date. If you see date field display, so it will be displayed based on your user settings in SU01. If you go and your user setting, how it will be there, so that way, that format, that date field will be displayed. Again, this is what the packet decimal number, and this is what the floating point. Okay, so it is a scientific format. The we gave 20,000, but if you see here exponential, all those things, it will come. Okay, that is a packed decimal. Yeah, see here, this is a time, right? So we should not give colon actually. So by default it has a 6 characters, but while displaying, it will display like this if you want it. Okay, so this is one mistake we did. And then this is the day, what do you say, like, I mean, telephone number, a numeric text one, and this is for integer. Okay, so this is just remove, I mean, date how we have given, the same way you just give it. Yes, now we got it. Okay, so this alignment is there, right? This left justified will be there and right justified are there. By default, the character is left justified, and the date also left justified, and the numeric fields, whatever numeric fields, like, I mean, this is P, right? Packet decimal. This is for F, I mean, floating value, and this is I. So the numeric data types are right justified, rest of all, okay, all are left justified. Okay, that means that so from left it will start, okay, and numeric values from right it will start. That is where you see this gap first. Okay, so here if you see character one, you don't see the gaps, I mean, left side. Okay, so characters data type values are, left justified, and numeric data types are right justified. Suresh, any questions here?
No, Raju, I'm fine.
You're clear, right?
Yeah.
So this is the various types of, commonly we'll be using in programs. Okay, so this is how we need to denote it. Okay, this is how we'll be using. Okay, so now let's go, further. So yesterday we have written, one addition program, right? So the addition program we have written, the, I mean, let's go with that program, then we'll talk about, I think, two it is. Okay, change. Yes, so this is what the addition program yesterday we have written. So always this program, the give results for the 20 and 30 value summation only it will give. So for that, why we need to write a program? So you should not be like that, right? Whenever you write a program, you should be generalized. Generalized in the sense, if it is an addition program, yes, addition. So it should give the results for any value. If you give, you should give the result. So that is how the program should be. Okay, not for just two values always. Whenever you execute this program, just two values addition it is giving. It should not be like that programs. Okay, so we are going to make it this program generalized. So now just see, generalized in the sense we are going to make a input screen, or we call it is in in SAP we call selection screen. Okay, so that how we are going to make a selection screen, we are going to see now. Okay, so now for selection screen we have only two keywords. One is parameters and second one is select option. So for this program I'm going to use parameters. Just see how I'm going to use the parameter to make the selection screen for the same program. Very simple it is, only one keyword, parameters. Okay, again a chain operator because two input values I'm going to use it. Okay, p is nothing but it's a parameter. I mean these are all naming standards, type I, what type is it, then p value 2, type I, period. Okay, so now I'm going to assign for the value 1, instead of 20 I'm going to assign p value 1, and instead here value for value 2 I'm going to assign p value 2. Okay, p value 1 and p value 2. Okay, so now you just see the program. Now with this small change we made it a generalized. Yes. Okay, simple. With that parameter statement we got a big selection screen. Okay, so now if you just give whatever the value, suppose I want it for 100 and 200 summation. Okay, you'll just see, yes, 300. Okay, this is how the program should be. It should be a generalized. Okay, so even you can avoid this thing also, like I mean you need not to these variables also directly you can use them in the addition. Only one variable, I mean just comment, I'm doing comment. So for comment uh, just select and control plus less than is for to make any line in the program comment line. Comment line is nothing but it's not a executable statements. Okay, you wanted to uncomment it, same way control plus greater than. Okay, control plus less than is for command, control plus greater than is uncommand. So now I don't want this value 1 value 2 declaration, I'm just commenting it. Okay, so this is also I don't want, I'm just commenting it. So directly in summation only, parameter value only you can use it. Okay,
For uncommenting, what is the short key? Control
same
plus
control plus greater than.
greater. Okay.
Yeah, so now I'm trying this to uncomment it. Okay, so I am just using control plus greater than. Okay, okay, now we will get same results. Okay, 100 and 200, 300 you will get it, no issue. Okay, this way also you can use it. This is how a selection screen will be built for a single input fields. Okay, so parameters are single input. Okay, that means that So you can give a single value at a time to this. Okay, so you want to here, instead of p value 1 and p value 2 directly that way, parameter variable names are displaying, you wanted to make your own labels here. Okay, you can change it. So for that you should go to menu. Okay, text elements. Okay, so here selection text, you need to select selection text. So in the selection text it will be mentioned. So you can here suppose value 1. Okay, and then value 2. Okay, so like that you can have it. So you need to save it and you need to activate this also. It is a kind of a separate object in the program. Okay, you need to make it active, then only this changes will be applicable to your program. Okay, even though it is a part of program, but so that attributes everything will be treating as a different object altogether. Okay, so then you see now this. So like that, user defined labels you can give for any selection item by going go to menu and the text elements and selection text. Okay, so this is about the parameters. Okay, now little bit we will go advanced. Okay, so as you know, we have a dictionary, data dictionary. So data dictionary is nothing but it is the one phase for a database. Okay, from SAP side for the transaction code SC11. Yes, so SC11 is the transaction code for a data dictionary. So data dictionary is nothing but, so here SAP application is the only application, only SAP application underlying will be using one database. That database is not SAP database. Okay, so now is after HANA is SAP its own database is HANA database. Now people are using, okay, as a database HANA. Previously, before to HANA, like they will be using like Oracle or DB2, Sybase, and MS SQL. All these things they will be using. Okay, so for that database to interact, okay, this is the source, ABAP data dictionary only. So interact is nothing but you want to create any table into the database. Yes, you'll come here and you'll create the table. Okay, you want to display any definition of the any existing table. Yes, you'll come here and you'll give that a table name and you can see the definition. Okay, so like that you can one entry point to the database from SAP side. Simple, you can say from application perspective, this is the one entry point for the database. Okay, so you know that we have a database like SAP, it's a standard application. So all the data, everything, even application programs also will be stored in tables only. Not only business data, even system data also will be stored on the tables only. Okay, everything will be tables only. Okay, so now we have this some standard tables, you know that EKKO is a the purchasing order table, right? So this is how the tables will be there. I think you are comfortable with this. I don't want to tell all these things by
No, no,
using
no,
this
go ahead, Raj, no problem.
okay,
I have
okay.
an idea on C11 also, no issue. I
Yeah, yeah.
just want to understand more on data types and this one.
Okay, okay.
Table types is there, right?
Sorry,
Table types and I just want to understand more on table types and views.
table types and views. Huh?
Uh,
What is the table types? I'm not getting table types. View, I know. This is what the view.
this data type is there, right? This concept.
So
That third
data.
one.
Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll discuss. Okay, so what I'm going to try in another program is I'm going to write a select statement. Okay, getting the data from standard table. Okay, so
That
that
also I
time.
have idea. No issues if you're not concentrating
Uh,
more on that thing. I know
okay,
selection parameter and that how you use and those details.
okay, great. Okay, no problem. Okay. Hmm. Fine. What else I can in further?
But you go ahead. I see whatever the process you follow, right? You just
Okay.
follow. No issues.
Okay. Okay. No, no. You said it is you were comfortable. Okay. So fine. Maybe I don't know whether you know the declaration part for that. Any table declaration by using types, all those things. Okay. Okay. I'll use same program only. Let's see.
Okay, sure, sure.
So I'm going to get some data from EKKO and I'm going to display it. Simple.
Okay,
So I'll go to SC38 and I'll write a one program. Okay. Create sample program and type is executable program and save and local object. Yes. So now I'm going to get the data. Okay. Some four fields from EKKO and then I'm going to display simply. Okay. Yes. For that, any program, yes, I know that now I'm going to get the data from EKKO table and I'm going to display it. Yes. So while extracting data from EKKO, so some data I'm going to extract it. That data I need to keep somewhere, right, in program. That is called variables we call. Okay. But now the data, what we are going to get it is, it's a kind of a table format data, right? So table format data, that kind of values you want to store it, normal single variables are not enough. Okay, we need a special variables for that. That is we call it the internal tables. Okay, internal tables are a variables only. Okay, so which will store a row and column store type of data. A row and column store type of data, it can hold it. Now we will see how to define the internal tables. Okay, so first for that we'll be using like so user defined data types. First we will use, we know that predefined data types like character, integer, packet, decimal, floating point, date, time, all those things, these are all user defined predefined data types SAP given for us. Okay, now we will use user defined data types. Okay, that means that user will define certain types in the program. Okay, for that we have a keyword types. So type name, begin of we will use begin of ty ekko, since ekko table. Okay, any name it can be given, user defined name. Okay, and then its fields ebln type, and we'll be using usually like predefined data types, character, all those things. See, but whenever you are referring any table field directly, you can refer its data type. Okay, so data type, it's I'll show that. SC11. Okay, so directly here, if you see here, this is the definition, this is the fields, and this is the data elements. So I'm going to directly, whenever you are referring any data table fields, okay, dictionary table fields, so while defining the its data type, you can use directly its data element directly. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, understood.
so ebln, and then I'm going to have bookers type, same for bookers also, data element is bookers, and then lfnr type, lfnr for lfnr only. Three fields, assume that. Okay, and then finally end of ty. Yes, this is for the user defined data types. By using types, we'll define like this. So why we will define it is like this means, so by using this you can define n number of variables inside program with the same structure. That's how it helps user defined data types. Okay, so now we'll be defining internal table from this. Okay, for that it is a variable, right? Internal table. So we have to define a variable. We have a data keyword, data. Okay, so internal table name it ekko type standard table of. Okay, this is whole the syntax, this are all. Okay, and then ty ekko. Okay, so then, so for internal table, anytime when you define, you need to define its work area also, because work area is the header for the internal table. Okay, so without header for an internal table, you can't do anything. Okay, that means that through header only you are going to read, through header only you are going to append, I mean you are going to assign the records into the internal table, you are going to insert the records into internal table. So that means that it is a kind of a head to the body. Body is the internal table, this is the body. Okay, body part, and we need a header for this head. Okay, so we call it is usually work area. Okay, okay, yes. So by default, whenever you are defining any internal table in the program, by default its work area is required. You can define like this. Okay, see now by using user defined type, I have defined one internal table, and then after that I have defined a work area also. So here I have used a standard table because I need a table format, but for header it is a one record only that I can store. Okay, that's where I simply just define with the types. Okay, so now I'm going to get the data by using select statement. Okay, so select is the, it's a open SQL statement. We have many SQL statements based on the requirement. I'm just introducing the select statement here. Okay, so select. Okay, the fields we need to mention, what are the fields you are going to pull from the table. EBLN. Okay, usually we need to write like this, field by field, or else you can just give space and you can give it, but that will not be, good way. Bookers, and then LFNR from which table? EKKO table. Once you pull it, where I should store? This is the table, internal table, into table IT EKKO, where, when we don't have any where condition because we don't have any selection screen. Okay, I'm just going with up to some 10 rows like that. I'll just go up to 10 rows. That means that, so first 10 rows I'm going to pull it. Okay, now I need to display it, right? Yes, so we know for displaying we have a write statement. Okay, simply I can write it if it is a single variable, but it is an internal table. I need to write record by record. You don't know how many records are there. It is a kind of a dynamic. So for this time, yes, we know that 10 records is there for our example, but in a real time, like, you are not knowing, like, before only internal table, how many records are there. For that, we have a statement, loop statement. Okay, by using a loop statement, you can, you know, you can process record by record of an internal table for anything. It can be a display purpose, it can be a some other purpose, anything, but you can use a loop statement to go by record, okay, till end of the record. Okay, that is the use of loop statement. Loop at, okay, internal table ekko into work area, its work area. This is the purpose we have defined work area. Okay, because you are going to read data from ekko, so whenever you are reading, you need its header. Okay, the first time when you read, the first record will be reading, and then it's sent to work area. Then work area you can you can manipulate inside the loop. You can't manipulate directly internal table value with the body field. Okay, so we need a header for that. So now you are going to just display it by using write statement. You are going to display write, okay, work area ekko. So you want to mention these fields, right, with the hyphen. You will mention ebl. Okay, so comma work area ekko bookers, and then work area ekko lfnr. Okay, this is the last field. I'm putting a period here. Okay, so just with this I'm done. Okay, okay, so let's execute. Yes, so I got it like this. So just can you tell me why I got like this? I mean, record by record. Yeah,
Separating using that.
the new line statement we have not used it.
Yeah, we have not used that
Okay,
separating.
where I should use after the, yeah, here I
Yeah,
should
first.
use,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so now you just tell me where I should use.
Yeah, after
So
that EBLN is there, right? EKK, EBLN. That
not
work area.
EBLN, not EBLN, after LFNR. This is the completely one record, right?
Okay. Correct,
Okay,
correct.
so here I should use it. Okay, there's a period. Okay, yes, if you see here now properly line by line 10 records I got it. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is what the, suppose we wanted to make a selection screen for this. Okay, so here you can use multiple input selection item. So multiple selection item will define with the select option. Select option is the keyword to define a selection item with the multiple values at a time. You can provide parameter is for single value and select option is for multiple values. So select options. So yes, so suppose EBLN I'm going to give. Okay, so here first statement. So directly you can't give that EBLN. So either you should define explicitly, or if you already defined that EBLN field, I think here in work area you have defined it, so you can use it, that work area thing. EKKO EBLN. So this is how you should use it, and instead of up to, you can make a where class here, and based on EBLN, here you'll be using whenever you use select option, Okay, you should use in. Okay, in SO EBLN. Okay, so with this we made it generalized, this program. Okay, so now see, this is a select option. See, the main difference between parameter and select option is, yes, the parameters it can take single value at a time, and select option it can take multiple values and various ways, like single multiple values you can take, and ranges it can take, and even single values exclude you can take. Exclude is nothing but like these values will be excluding while fetching, and even exclude ranges you can take. These are all the options you'll be having in select option. Okay, but in parameter always it will be a single value. Okay, that is the major difference. And one more, functionally one more difference is there. So in parameter, suppose if you don't give any value here, okay, I think we are open that program now. Our demo 2 will open. Yeah, so second program here used it, right? Okay, I have used it here, parameters, right? So suppose here without giving anything, okay, if I execute, okay, it takes as a 0 empty value, spaces it will take. But if you give here the same thing, okay, in the select option, it will be considering the all the values in the table. Okay, it won't consider as a space. Okay, it will take entire values from for that field. Okay, so here, so for all the EBLN data you will take. Okay, it won't consider as a empty value here. That is the functionally main difference between the parameter and select option. Okay, so now suppose if you don't give anything also, you can execute and you will get the results. What you will get? Entire table data you will get it. Okay, but if you have a parameter, so you must be getting only I mean you will not be getting any data. That's it, unless until with the EBLN, if it is having any space value in the table. Of course, EBLN is a key field in the EKKO table, so there is no such data. Okay, so this is what with the parameters and select option. Any doubts, Suresh, here? I think you are comfortable.
No, no, I'm comfortable. I got it.
Yeah. Okay, so if you want to debug it, this program, okay, you can debug. Okay, simply just put wherever you wanted a breakpoint. Okay, so you can keep, suppose select statement how it is working, you can keep a breakpoint here. Okay, just click here in the first row. Okay, you'll create a breakpoint and then you'll display. So you'll be having execute, then now it will be displaying here. Okay, so now if you see this, basically this structure, entirely the structure will be different. If you see this structure, sign option low and high value will be there. This is the structure for select option. This we call it as a basically ranges we call. Okay, ranges data type. Okay, when you use select option, automatically you will be having for all the select options the same structure only. Sign option low and high. Low and high means like low value and high value. Sign is nothing but inclusive and exclusive. Okay, and the option is like whatever it is, less than or greater than. Okay, not equal to, equal to. So those are all the options. Okay, So in desktops we have a multiple desktops. Okay, so there's the desktop one. Okay, so here you can see the code, and along with the variables you can see this is one desktop. Okay, and another desktop is here we'll be having, you know, so based on the flow it will be there, like I mean from where to where. I mean maybe at this point we can't discuss this thing. Okay, I'll tell like whenever I get it. Okay, so desktop 3 also, like I mean it'll be having like a desktop one, how it is, but in a different format. Okay, so it will be having right side the variables and the coding will be left side, and the standard also one more we have. Okay, the standard will be having the combination of desktop 1 and desktop 2 will be there. Okay, that is our only. Okay, so here in debugging we have four keys. Okay, so F5, F6, F7, F8. So right now I can talk about only F5. Okay, as on we go, I mean I can explain like I mean where F6 will be used, where F5 will be used, what is the main difference, where F7 will be used, and F8. Okay, so as of now, like I mean, I'll just use F5 or F6. Both are for step-by-step execution only. Okay, but there is a difference. But in this example, I can't explain that. Okay, I'm using F6. Okay, line by line execution I can see. Okay, now if you see before execution of the this select statement, so you can see the internal table values 0 empty. Okay, so now I'll execute the select statement. Yes, if you see here I got 3663 entries I got it. If you want to view it, you just double click it and you can view them. Okay, and then so this loop statement, so this loop statement will be repeating this many times, record by record. See, so first time to the work area you will get the first record. Okay, so this is the first record, you will get it. So like that till, you know, the last record 3663 records, this loop will be repeating. Okay, if you go here with F6, so it will be, you know, those many times the loop will be repeating. Okay, so to avoid that, to come out from, so in a single step execution you can go for F8. F8 is the, I mean just it will close the debugging and it will give you the output. Okay, so that is what about a simple thing. Okay, so next, let's minute, let's go to the, you know, the contents, course content, what I can discuss. Okay, sort and control break statements I can discuss. Okay, fine. Okay, the same example, suppose we wanted to sort it, the internal table, okay, in a different order. Okay, so by default it will get like, I mean, you know, how the table format data is there the same way, but you wanted to make it some sorting after this. Okay, so you can sort them. So ideally whenever you use select statement, we'll go for it, like I mean we have, you know, so like sort. Okay, sort is a keyword to to sort the internal table, sort it ekko, then by which order. By is a keyword. Okay, then which order I wanted to go based on EBLN. I wanted to sort it EBLN. Okay, and then first is EBLN, and after that bookers I wanted to go for it, like that. If you want, you can mention like that the fields. Okay, so now it became a sorted with this order, EBLN and bookers. Okay, so by default it will be ascending order. You want to define you wanted to have a descending order, explicitly you should mention descending. By default ascending will be there. Okay, so this is what the sort statement. Okay, so again here one more thing, we have a control break, loop control break statements are there. We have basically the loop control break statements. We have 4 loop control break statements. Okay, so we have here loop control break statements. Yes, so loop control break statements are nothing but, you know, that loop will be repeating, okay, the continuously till end of the record, from first record to end record. So in between you can break that flow, okay, by using control break events. What are that? So you have a at first, at last, at new, at end of. So these are the 4 control break loop control break statements are there. Okay, so we will see one by one its functionality now. So at first will be used if we want anything to be executed at the first record of that loop, at the first record only, for the first record only, not for all the records. Okay, for the first record of the loop statement. Okay, and at last will be for the last record, or for the, I mean, you know, at the end of the loop. Okay, for the last record of the loop statement. Okay, at new will be, okay, we'll be mentioning it here at new, after that some field. Okay, suppose any field, usually it will be like this at new. For example, I'm talking at new EBLN I'll use in loop statement. So that means that, so in this field any new occurrence is there. Okay, for a new occurrence, okay, this loop this event will be triggering. For the new occurrence of this field, that particular block will be triggering, not for all the records, not for all the loop iterations. Okay, for the new occurrence, of the column, okay. So this is also same, like example will be like at the end of EBLN will be there. Okay, so this will be at the last occurrence of that column. I mean, last record of the new occurrence, last record of the new occurrence. Okay, so this is what, and we will see now, like with the example. So here I'm going to get the data. Instead of EKKO, I'll take EKPO, then it will be easy to explain it. I can use all the things. Okay, I'll just simply quickly write a program with the EBL. Just copy it. I think a couple of things are okay. I'll just write it. Five. Okay, first I'm going to get the data from EKPO. So for that I need to define a types. Okay, begin of TY EKKO EBLN type EBLN and EBLP type EBLP and MATNR type MATNR. Okay, so three fields assume that I'm going to get. So end of TY EKKO. Okay, with this I'm going to define an internal table, data IT EK. Okay, sorry, it is EKPO, right? Yeah, it can be any name, but EKPO type standard table, sorted table is there. We have three types of internal tables: standard table, sorted table, and hash table. I'll explain in with some examples, not now. Standard table of TY EKKO. Then work area EKPO type TY EKPO. Okay, so now I'm just selecting the data. Okay, let's define select option. Select options. SO EBLN for work area EKPO EBLN period. So based on this, I'm going to get EBLN EBLP and then MATNR from EKPO into table IT EKPO where EBLN in SO EBLN. Okay, so now I have one requirement. So for every purchase order, for every purchase order while displaying. Okay, you know that every purchase order will be having multiple line items. That is what we are going to pull it, like purchase order and its line item and its material number. Okay, so for every after every purchase order display, I need one line to be printed. Okay, one line to be printed. Okay, for that, how we are going to use, you just see, by using loop control break events, I can achieve that. Loop at it ekpo into work area ekpo. Okay, so I'm just displaying that by using a write statement. Write the new line work area ekpo evln comma work area ekpo eblp work area ekpo matnr. Okay, so now if you just display, nothing will be there. Yes, you see here, so you have like this is a purchase order, this line item, and if you see here 191, you have a multiple line items, 1 4, okay, 10, 3 line items you have. So my requirement is after every purchase order like this, okay, one line should be displayed. Okay, one line should be displayed. Okay, so that means that after end of purchase order, right? So I can use at end of. Okay, for that, the loop statement itself. Okay, at end of, okay, EBELN. So this block will be ending with end at. End at. Okay, all the control break statements will be ending with end at. Okay, loop control break. So here I need a one line, right? So u line is the keyword to have a one line in the output. You just see that. Okay, so now if you see that, yes, did you see this? Okay, so that's the after end, right? This one line, and after this here, after this here, after this here, like that. Okay, so anything you wanted to perform certain thing, like here I'm displaying one line, you wanted to have a different thing, you can perform there. Okay, so that is what. Okay, so the same way it works at new also, at new EBLN. Suppose the starting of the purchase order, you wanted to have it anything, yes, you can have it. Okay, and the same way at first you wanted to have it anything at first. Okay, in that in that, so here you wanted to have anything, that means that at first will work only single time in the loop. That means the first record for the first time of the loop iteration. Okay, so anything you wanted to display, you can display like first line or something, you can have it some write statement. So it will be okay, and then first line in the same way You can use it at last also. And at okay, so here you wanted to have anything. I'm just giving examples, but this will not be the case in real time. There you will be having certain requirements. Suppose any value summation you wanted to do finally, okay, you can calculate like that. Suppose any here the quantity fields, any quantity fields are there. I wanted to do the summation for entire thing, okay. So here not last, okay, you can do, or at end of everything new line you wanted to have it, you can do that, okay. So so last record. Yes. Suresh, what is the error here?
The statement it's not true. Period missing.
Where it is?
One moment, let me check.
It is
In that
showing,
right,
see, 25 line,
yeah, yeah.
25 line period missing. But 25 line period is there, right?
I think that right statement.
Yeah. Okay. Now you just check. Yes, that is the only one issue you have. Okay. So now if you see this same thing, you can see that. Okay. The first line. Okay. If you see the end of the line, so you'll be having that end of.
I got it, Razo. I just
You
want to
got it.
understand in real time this at first and this one at end.
Oh, okay. See,
Uh,
yeah, so basically at first you got it. So now I just modify simply this program. Um, okay, so I'll just go to the table. So any quantity we have, right? MENG, I think price we have. I think net value, net amount, net WR. What is that field names? Price, net price, something.
net price this one.
Net PR, right? And BWRG or something is there. Net PR.
NT,
Okay.
NATPR, yes.
What is this? It's not there.
Maybe in AKPO
Oh,
might be
sorry,
there.
sorry, sorry. Yeah, yeah. In EKP, we are searching in EKP.
Mm.
EKP. Yes. So net PR. And I think here it will be there. Net order value and gross order value. So you want to, for every this thing, you wanted to have a summation for this. Okay. I'll just include this two fields. Okay, net order value and P order value. Net PR type. Here data type is different, not always same. So you should use exact data type, or else mismatch you'll get it. And WRBTR, right? So where is that? BRTWR. What is this? This is the data type. BRTWR type. Okay, this is the one. So I'm going to incorporate those two things in the select statement also. Okay, so now, so I want at the same case at end of here, instead of u, I need a u line. After that also, okay, I need its summation. Okay, I'll just print this one also. Work area EKPO. What is that? Net PR, comma, work area EKPO BRTWR. Okay, so along the new line, what I need, so I'm going to write. Okay, so it's prices, like if you do the sum, okay, only just if you do sum, okay, what it does, the sum, it will calculate whatever the numeric fields are there, right? Okay, it can be a price, it can be a quantity, those are all numeric, right? All the numeric price fields summation, you will get it. Okay, so now if you display, okay, EKPO net PR, comma, KPO BRTWR. Okay, so with this now you'll get summation of the till now what I mean, for that purchase order. Okay, so now you will see that. Yes, if you see here, yeah, summations you got. Okay, so like that you can have it. Okay, so you can farm it well. I mean, coming to here, you can make that exactly which position you want it, like that you can put it. Okay, so understood, Suresh?
Yes, Razu, I got it.
So you
So
wanted to,
at end,
yeah.
the scenario would be wherever we are on to do some calculation for something, and we can use that, right?
Yeah, mainly kind of a calculations only. Okay, calculations or anything, suppose, I mean, not for calculations also. Okay, even just whatever I have taken also, the u line kind of thing, all those things also you can use it. Yes, most of the scenarios.
Sorry, that you can you tell me about that U line concept?
So u line is nothing but it's a one u line on line will be this line. We got with that u line only. Suppose if we comment that u line, if you just comment that, okay, you won't get the u line. I mean, underline, you won't get it. See, now you won't see that lines.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. But is it useful the way how I'm going?
Yeah, please go ahead. See,
Uh-huh.
some of the things I know and some I don't know. So, see, I will also practice.
Hmm.
I'll get the taxes, this one, SAP today.
Hmm.
I'll
Okay.
call you. Actually, I didn't get time yesterday.
Okay.
Today I get and I'll practice. So, if some doubts are there tomorrow, I mean, later day, I'll ask you next day.
Sure, sure, definitely. See,
So,
basically, I don't go with the PPTs, all those things. Since it is a basic class, I was following the PPTs. Okay. Otherwise, my approach will be like this only. I'll take program, and there I'm going to explain what and the things, the primary things are required. So any
okay.
specific things, if you want also, you just include. We can take it up and we can.
I'll ask later point of time. I'll ask. Let's say if mostly my thing is that let's say some issue is there
Hmm.
functionally. I just want
Okay.
to debug it and find out where that issue is there. That level I want to make it.
Sure. Okay. No problems. Yeah. Okay. So we'll stop here for today.
Okay, okay.
I think you are good for whatever we discussed today.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. And tomorrow, just this anyway, this SC11 you'll be focusing it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
This
Further
next time.
we are going to discuss. Yeah.